Okay, so today I thought it would be really good just to look at words that we use to describe our own relatives. So, Ngā Wānanga. So I'm going to hand these out. They're mine. And we're going to go through and practice saying them together.
Not the adjectives of them, just the nouns of them.
Oh, the noun. Oh,
I think there's 4 now.
Kuya. That's me. My grandmother.
Kuya as well. My favourite one is Kuya.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at it here. I don't do it without paper.
Do you have enough at this table?
I don't really need
Alright, so this is probably more in your private life, but you could easily use this in your mahi if you were talking with a whānau at a whanaungatanga. You could use some of these labels if you felt more comfortable. So the first one, kaumātua. Kaumātua, of course, is grandparents. Do you practice saying kaumātua? If you were just talking about one grandparent, you wouldn't have the macron over the A, you'd say kaumātua. So the mātua makes it a plural, and that's the case for quite a few of these whanaunga words. Koroua. That's grandfather, and often we just say koro, of course. You probably have heard people who refer to their koro. The proper word is koroua, but you can say koro. Kuia, which is Heidi's favourite word. Kuia, grandmother. So here you can see the difference between mātua, which has got the macron, so you're just doubling the length of that vowel sound. That means parents, but mātua on its own is just, it can be father, it can be uncle, it could be a male teacher. You're using it for that next generation up, male. So if you can try and practice saying the difference between mātua and mātua. Can you hear the difference? Yes. Yeah, it's just holding that A sound for an extra beat. Fire, again for fire, that means mother or aunt, or it could be a female teacher. It's that next generation up, female. Say fire.
Fire.
Now, siblings, of course, are quite complicated in te reo. So, tuakana traditionally is used only to describe the older sibling of the same sex. So, you wouldn't describe, if you were female, your older brother as being tuakana. However, in a school setting, and actually in business and that, it's become a bit more generalised to mean older and younger sibling. It's not traditionally exactly like that. The tuakana is the older of the same sex. The taina is the younger of the same sex. So can we try tuakana and taina?
So that applies also to study support, doesn't it, in class? So
Yes, but that's what I'm saying.
able.
In a school, it's kind of generalised. It has a slightly different meaning in our educational setting where we are actually looking at, it could be older, it could be more able, and the gender doesn't really matter in that setting. They're borrow words really that we've taken into the educational setting and kind of changed the meaning. But if we're using them in regards to our own whānau, this is how we would use it. You would only use it. So for myself, I don't have a tuakana because I do not have an older female sibling. I have two taina, two younger sisters. So that taina would only be for my sisters, not for my brother. He's younger, but he's not the same gender as I am. So this one here, tuange, a little bit harder to say. You've got the macron there and you've got that ng sound, so tuange. It's the brother of a female. Can be older or younger. Tuange. So quite a few of you may have a tuange on your whānau. And the sister of a male is tuahine. Tuahine. It's like wahine, but it's tuahine. Tāne, with the macron, meaning husband or male partner. Tāne. And then hoa wahine. You can actually use hoa tāne for husband, but many people just say my tāne. Tamariki, we all know tamariki. Of course, at school we can use tamariki across, the whole school to refer to my children, but you yourselves, you have your own children and those are your tamariki. Your tama would be your son and your tamahine would be your daughter. The word kōtero, which means girl, could also be used for daughter as well. And then these are really cool positions that we don't have so much in the European world, but mata, which is the long A's, mata mua, which is the oldest child in the family, and the pōtiki, which is the youngest child in the family. Often in Māori, whānau Māori, the pōtiki is quite spoiled. They're the one that, gets a lot of favours from everybody because they're the youngest, so pōtiki. So at the bottom of that list, you could run through and practice saying those yourself, and then at the bottom there's a question there. Ko wai tō mātua. So that says, who is your father? Ko wai tō mātua. So my answer would be, ko hinare taku mātua. Okay, so you can practice saying that with each other. Ko wai o tamahine. What does that mean? Look up your list. What is tamahine again? Ko wai o tamahine. Who is your daughter? Well, I've got plural. You would say it the same if it's plural or singular. So for me, I say ko Gina, Rawa, ko Kendall, Aku, Tamahine. They are my daughters. Gina and Kendall are my daughters. And then the last one I put as an example is ko wai tō tuangi, ko wai taku tuangi. So just put that note down there. Your singular is tō with a macron, tō. Plural is o. And then you've got taku, which is my singular, and aku, which is my plural. Same rule, take the T off, the difference between singular and plural. Okay, so just take the T off. So tō for your and o for your plural, taku for my, and aku for my plural. Now at the bottom there's just a few questions there that you can go through and answer. Use the pattern there and just answer those. So ko wai tō whaia. Who is your mother? You'll answer ko with your mother's name. Taku whaia. It's the same pattern, you're just putting the name in there. It's only if you've got two that you have to use that other pattern. That's why I stuck my daughters in, because you can see that pattern. Rawa, meaning which adds the and on, and change to the plural. Alright, have a little go at that. 5 minutes for that. Yes.